It's Thursday, October the 6th, 2011, and yesterday, Steve Jobs, who is the former CEO of Apple, passed away. I followed Steve Jobs' life in his career, and he has been such an inspiration. One of the things that I will take away from his life is kind of this idea that we should not just be in this world to be in this world. We should be actually creating a difference. He believed that we're not supposed to stay stagnant as human beings. You know, we're not supposed to just stay in our comfort zones and to not make a difference. We're here in this earth to actually be change agents. In the words of Steve Jobs himself, we're here on this universe to actually make a dent in this universe. That's major. Making a dent in this universe, really think about that concept and think about what it means. I think the problem comes with most of us and with most people is that they're afraid to make a dent, and rather they're content to just make small dings in the universe. And there's a big difference between a dent and a ding. A dent is wide and it's deep and you cannot not notice a dent. It's way too noticeable. Making a dent also requires a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of energy. It requires that you move outside of your comfort zone. Dings, on the other hand, they're small. Sometimes they're indetectable. You can't really see dings, and because of their size, dings are really easy to make, and they are equally easy to cover up. Many people prefer to make small dings rather than big dents for a few reasons. One reason is that it doesn't require them to move outside of their comfort zone. They just simply don't want to put the effort into moving away from what they're comfortable with. Another reason that they prefer to make small dings rather than big dents is that, well, the dings that you make are small and indetectable. That very reason in and of itself. If these people take action and actually make a ding because it's so small and so indetectable, if their efforts fail, then it's very easy to cover up those failures. Okay, so thankfully, Steve Jobs didn't believe in creating small dings. He didn't believe in just making a small difference in this world. And clearly, his time, when you look at the amount of time and the amount of energy and the amount of effort that he had to put into all of his projects to make it as amazing, make them as amazing as they were, he wasn't intimidated by the concept of creating dents in the universe. He wasn't intimidated by moving beyond his comfort zone. And my guess is, like me, the challenge of actually creating a dent in this universe makes you work harder. It probably made him work harder. Also, Steve Jobs was not afraid of failing, or even the prospect of failing and then those failures being exposed. When you look at Steve Jobs, when you look at his life, and really when you look at the life of any successful person, this is true, not just Steve Jobs, but when you look at his life, 100% of his life, he was not a failure. You know, every single day was not a successful day. Every single project wasn't a successful project. Every single business venture wasn't a successful business venture. However, he didn't sit back and try and hide it. He simply continued on. He continued to fail forward. He continued to fail harder. That's a lesson that we all have to learn. His story is an example of the fact that the best kind of failures are actually public failures. We're spending so much time trying to trying to cover up our failures and make them private. Public failures are the best type of failures because when you fail publicly, then people like myself or people that are in a position where they're trying to create their dents in the universe can learn from them. When you overcome your failures publicly, it shows the world how to overcome failures. It shows the world that it's okay to fail. And really, in that sense, I guess a failure is not really a failure at all. It's more of an inspiration. It's more of an example. And that's what Steve Jobs has been. So my condolences go out to his family. and to his friends. He was a husband. He was a father. I'm sure he was many things to many people. My heart also goes out to his extended family, his Apple family. I know that his loss resonates through that company, and they feel it just as deeply. One of the things that death does is it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the person that's passed on, reflect on their characteristics, but also reflect on what they lived for and the things that they left behind. And I think for Steve Jobs, creating dents in the universe, as opposed to creating dings, it is the legacy that he's left behind. I think that this is the gift that he has given to the world.